Are you feeling totally overwhelmed, like you're drowning in an endless sea of tasks, emails, and little reminders? Well, in the next few minutes, we're going to change that. We're breaking down the famous Getting Things Done system into 3 core strategies and 5 action items you can start using today. The goal? To finally get that calm, focused control over your life. Okay, let's jump right in.
So the whole point of this entire system is to get what the author calls a mind like water. Just think about that for a second. When you toss a pebble into a calm pond, the water ripples just the right amount, and then it goes right back to being still. That's what we're aiming for. The ability to respond to whatever life throws at you, appropriately, without all the stress and drama, and then just return to a state of calm. Sounds pretty good, right?
But let's be honest, for most of us, our minds feel a lot more like, well, this. It's just a chaotic mess of half-remembered stuff, things we need to do, worries. We're being bombarded all day long, and our brain is trying to hold on to every single thing. The problem is, our brains are terrible at that. They're not meant for storage, and all that clutter makes it impossible to focus on anything. This is the exact problem we're here to solve.
So how do we get that mind like water? Well, here's strategy number 1, and it is the absolute foundation of everything. You have to get it all out of your head. Your brain is for having ideas, not for holding them. You need to build a trusted system outside of your mind to act as your own personal storage unit. The system has a brilliant term for all those little distractions we just talked about. It calls them open loops. You know, all those unfinished things, unmade decisions, and things you need to do that are just bouncing around in your skull. See, your brain isn't designed to just remember them quietly. It's designed to solve problems. So it's going to keep nagging you about these open loops, usually at the worst possible time, totally wrecking your focus. And this slide just perfectly shows the transformation we're talking about. When your mind is your system, it's just a recipe for disaster. It's distracting, it's stressful, and frankly, it's totally unreliable. But when you move all that stuff into an external system you can trust, a notebook, an app, whatever, your mind is finally free to do what it's actually good at: thinking, creating, and just being present in the moment. Okay, moving on to our second strategy. Look, it's not enough to just dump everything out of your head. If you do that, you've just moved the mess from your mind onto a piece of paper. The real magic happens when you process all that stuff in a consistent, systematic way. This is how we turn that big pile of chaos into clear, actionable order. So at the very heart of this system are a few core lists. A project isn't some giant corporate initiative. It's any outcome you want that takes more than one step. A next action is the very next physical thing you need to do to move a project forward. You also keep a list of things you're waiting for from other people, and of course, a someday maybe list for all those cool ideas you're not ready to commit to yet. You see, this is so much more than a to-do list. It's a complete map of your entire world.
And right here, this is one of the most powerful, game-changing rules in the entire system: the 2-minute rule. The logic is so simple, it's genius. If a new task pops up and you can do it in less than 2 minutes, you do it right then and there. Don't write it down, don't file it, don't organize it, just get it done. Honestly, it takes more time and energy to track a tiny task than it does to just finish it on the spot.
So, we've captured all our stuff and we've processed it into neat lists. Now for the third strategy. This is the one that makes the whole system trustworthy and keeps it working for the long haul. You have to review your system consistently. Without this step, I guarantee the whole thing just falls apart.
And the key habit for that is the weekly review. This part is completely non-negotiable. This is your dedicated time each week to get clear, get current, and make sure everything in your system is up to date. This review is what truly builds trust in your system, and that trust is what allows your brain to finally let go and stop worrying that you're forgetting something important.
Okay, so that was the theory, the 3 big strategies. Now, let's get super practical. How do you actually start doing this? Like, right now. Let's walk through the 5 actionable steps you can take to get this system up and running today. First, capture. And I mean everything. Every little to-do, every big idea, every nagging worry. Get it all out of your head and into one place. Second, clarify. Go through that list one item at a time, and for each one, just ask, is this actionable? Yes or no? And third, remember our 2-minute rule. As you're clarifying, if you come across anything you can do in under 2 minutes, just knock it out right there.
Fourth step, organize everything that's left. Each actionable item goes onto its proper list. Projects, next actions, waiting for, you know the drill. And finally, step 5, and this is so important. Go to your calendar right now and schedule your first weekly review. Treat it like the most important meeting you have.
This one habit is what will make or break your success with this whole thing.
So why are we doing all this? What's the point? Well, the goal of getting things done was never just to do more stuff. It's to create the mental space so you can focus on the right stuff. This is about moving past just managing your tasks and moving toward actually living a life of purpose and intention.
The system has this incredible model called the horizons of focus. Basically, by clearing out all the clutter down at the ground level, all your emails and daily tasks, you free up your mind to look up at the bigger picture. You can finally start thinking clearly about your goals, your long-term vision, even your life's purpose. It's about handling the day-to-day so you can define your decade. And that really brings us to the final and most essential question. This entire system, it's just a tool. It gives you clarity and control. But those things aren't the end goal. They are the starting line. The real work begins after all the noise is gone. So I'll leave you with this. Once your mind is truly clear, what will you choose to focus on?